Vandett0 Rumble, let's go, baby. Let's get that coaching.
Okay, what are you initially thinking in this matchup?
Well, Yasuo gets Prio, and I want to keep the wave outside, right outside of my turret, get level 3, prevent him from crashing, and then from there, I just want to take over the matchup. Obviously, get his shield off with a little Q now and then. I want to be careful with my spacing. Obviously, respect his Q3, and just slowly whittle him down and then kill him on. Like, I want to kill him and then crash wave 5 or kill him and crash wave 6. So I don't want to, like, I want to make sure that I don't get stuck in a position where he can just TP and then I can't get the wave in, right? Because I'm not guaranteed help from my jungler.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been solo killing people, but then I can't crash the wave and it's really fucking awkward. So I'm trying to time my solo kills for the right timings.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Makes sense. You don't think you can get pushed in this matchup?
no.
Okay.
If Yasuo's good, I cannot.
Alright. I mean, he does win level 1, but... I mean, what I was saying in the last session I had with this Rumble versus Yasuo, you know, like if you space his Q, and you take like a bit more of an even trade, like what happened with the other Rumble was he both walked melee range, right? And then lethal tempo stacks, he started farming him, the Yasuo, level 1.
Yeah. But there's like a 9-sec cooldown on my Q.
Yeah.
And he has way lower cooldown on his Q, and he will always win. Like if he focuses the wave perfectly, and
He'll win.
he doesn't, yeah, he will win.
Okay.
And then he gets 2 first, and I can't fight lethal tempo as Rumble level 1 or 2.
Makes sense. I mean, he only wins level 1 from my experience in the matchup in mid lane. It's so fucking hard for Yasuo after level 1. But if you can get quick trades level 1, you can play.
Yeah, but I can't fight him in the wave if I give him push. So I have to wait till level 2. Obviously, well, like I'm just poking him, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, you'll see.
Okay.
Let's see. Initial thought process: Yasuo, Prio, first 3 waves, basically, right? Not first wave only, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Prevent crash on 2-3. Yeah, basically. Start taking over the 1v1 2-3 when wave good. Respect Q3. Yeah, that's basically it.
I mean, he doesn't start lane. 1 second. You know, I think you can always play for push in solo queue if they give you the push, right? Like, let's say he leashes and you don't. Then you turn the tide.
For sure. I've tried it before, where I have contested push and then he comes a little bit later and then that's good, of course. Sure.
What's the reason you don't E here? You just want to keep
I'm
it for
just
last
saving
or
it.
what?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I lose 1 melee here because what happened level 1 with the wave was super awkward. Like the Eing.
You don't actually think it's better to take Q over E?
No.
Because
then I can't farm.
Yeah. Really? Like he will get 2 first, so maybe like a couple of minions you can't farm, but
it's also slow for when he's face tanking me, right? Like I have to like turn with the Q and I have to walk into him. Like the E is just so much more safe. This is what I've basically just copied like Challenger Rumble replay from solo queue.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, I get it. It's more reliable, you know, with the E to farm.
But the problem with the wave is super awkward because of what happened level 1.
Yeah, but I mean, you said you don't play for push, but then you also hit the wave, right? Like the
Exactly.
E here,
Yeah.
unfortunate. Here you auto.
Yes, exactly. And I'm also wiggling, which is causing the minions to get to get confused, and then now the melees are like like in a really wacky place for me.
Yeah, I think let's just put timers because you were like you know them.
I mean,
already.
I know this already. I already coached myself in this.
Of course. I mean, also just for the other people that don't know what's happening, right? The more you auto, the more you use your spells, the slower the push, and the more Yasuo can basically take from the Rumble. I mean, just
melee. When I say that, I mean XP, of course. Like,
yeah. Because I don't feel like this should be so one-sided, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
every
it's
time I
really-
play it, it should never be like this. He wins level 1, but then you get level 2 of the minion, of course, and then you can play way more aggressive.
It's because I get level 2 so late, right?
Yeah, so we basically failed the first sequence, which was trying to prevent the crash, and he can basically base if he wants, right? So what do you want to do from here?
Well, here I want to kill the wave in a speedy way so that it crashes further up in the lane, far up in the lane, but like a little bit further up in the lane, maybe like where he's standing right now, maybe a little bit further than where he's standing right now, because I want the wave to be safe and close to my turret so I can keep poking him whenever he needs to last hit, but I also don't want it to push too fast, right? And the
Yeah.
further up in the lane it is, the slower it's gonna push, because the minions will meet each other faster. So I want to get rid of this wave, and it's very big wave, right?
I mean, in this situation, big the wave is, I would say just fin the cannon as fast as possible, and then the next wave, because you will be free and you have your shield, just walk a bit further up, right? Hold the wave, and then start slow pushing 2 or 3 waves. Probably 2 is best, because your jungler will not be around. So if you slow push 1, crash 2, then you're safe from enemy jungle. Assuming jungle, like they're mismatched right now, right? Because here you Q and E and you make them low and whatnot, right? But what if you don't do that? You save the W or you save the Q, get as many minions as you can, let the tower auto a bit less, and then walk up a bit further. Instead of standing here, you stand over here and just hug it outside of tower range. What do you think about that?
I mean, yeah, that sounds good, but I think the minions will still even if I'm just only last hitting, I think the wave will not make it in time, but maybe I'm misjudging.
I
But
think it will.
We'll see.
I mean,
But I obviously failed because my logic was that I wanted to just do a quick Q tap, and then I wanted the minions to get like low for the for the tower to hit them in the last
I
hit.
get that. I get that.
Yeah, it's really bad.
I get that. I mean, I get that, but if you do that, if you do what I said, right, there would at least be like 3 tower shots extra. You just tank for like 1 second, 1.5 seconds, and then you just keep it out of tower range. You just slow push the next 2 waves, and you should be vibing. I mean, regardless, this is not the end of the world. It's just.
No, it's still okay.
Yeah.
But it could have been better. Like there's like details to like different scenarios how you can make the wave, like put the wave in a like in this scenario, for example, I could have done what you said exactly. In another scenario, you have to do it like a little bit differently. It's
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
It always depends on how your wave is looking, how many CS and blah blah. blah.
But yeah, junglers are mismatched, right? So I think you should slow push 1 more, and he also didn't base, so you can actually like fight him now, right? This is pretty.
Yeah, I'm very happy
pretty
right
important.
now. I'm very happy.
Yeah, like it ends up basically being the situation we wanted, which was preventing the crash, but just slightly worse, right? Because he didn't base. So we're absolutely vibing.
It's slow pushing into him, which
Yeah.
is obviously not ideal. I would want to stay here for longer. Basically.
Yeah, for sure. Why did you do W here? Just for
heat.
For heat? Is it not better for you to E then? Because if he does want to walk up, right, you want to W and force the rage.
For sure. I mean, my habit is always using like E to W to retain heat. I mean, you can do it in some scenarios. In some scenarios, it's better to do the other way around.
Because here you win. I would always say you completely nuke him here. You overheat and you don't fight. I think you just make a hard win. You have E, ignite, overheat, double pot. I don't see him ever winning this fight.
Yeah, I know. But this goes back to what I said about killing him on the right timer, right? Like, I know that he will have to last these next minions as well. I know that I will still win. So my logic here is I don't want to take any damage. I just want to be full like as much HP as I can. Obviously, I'm still trading. I want to remove his shield. I want to double E him, and then I want to do the exact same thing again, where it's just an all-in.
Hey, I mean, I see your point, but I don't really agree with it, because I think with the fact that you're overheating, right? If we just trade like this, let's just say we trade like we just stand face to face, right? If you kill him here, I don't think there's gonna be a better timer, right? Like you will be able to crash the wave in time before he TPs back if, let's say, he dies. Jungle is bot side, and your wave is slow pushing. Like it doesn't become a better timer than this, at least in my head. You can disagree,
Yeah.
but I think not.
My logic here is that I don't want to, again, like when I get out of the overheat, I will not have any heat for my next Q, right? Because I've just used all. So I'll have to E, W, and then E, and then Q for my Q to do full heat damage, and that's going to take a while. I will not kill him here because he can just run away. I will E him again, and I'll auto, but he will kite me, and then he'll get Q3, and he'll Q3 me in the face, and he'll be really low, and he'll probably base and TP, and then I won't kill him, right? So that's what I'm thinking.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I just fully disagree because if you hit him 3 times and ignite, I think he's just dead. If he wants to flash away or E to the minions, it's not a beneficial thing for him. So I disagree, but you know, we can agree to disagree. I just don't think it becomes like you can't ask for a better like kill spot than the one you got.
Yeah. If I step into him and just auto, of course I win, but I don't think I kill. I think he can just Q and then Q3 me and then run away. But then maybe I flash over his stuff and then, you know, I can keep running him down. But you can see I have 6 seconds on my Q still, right? So if I walk into him, he'll obviously start kiting. And then he'll flash and then he'll TP. And I mean, that's still very, very good, right?
Yeah, that is very good, right? If you get this flash for free, then it's an absolute vibe. But
I just need to make sure that if I'm chasing him and I use my Q, let's say I'm trying to finish the kill, right? I have 6 seconds on my Q. I'm running and he's running away, and I Q. Then I don't have Q for the wave, and that takes more than 9 seconds for that Q to come up, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, he's going to base, he's going to TP, and I can't crash because now wave's the second cannon is coming. So I'm just worried about getting put in a position where I can't get a good base.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's never gonna happen, right? Like, you kill him, worst case scenario, he TPs back and he gets a soft freeze. Like, it's not even gonna be a good freeze. And I think you will always kill him. And if he gives you the kill, you should take the kill. I think that's always, like, I see your point, like the small wins in terms of like, okay, if you kill him, it ends up being a horrible situation for you because he can TP back and you don't. But regardless, like there is no world where he can kite you. I think he can never kite you. He can never like Q3 you with overheat. You attack him 3 times, ignite him, you're fucking dead. Worst case, he flashes away, and that's still a good case, right? Instead, he ends up getting like a lot of room on the wave, which I don't like. Yeah. And I mean, you just see it here, right? Like, this is a worse fight than the one we just saw before, I would say. I don't know if you agree, but with the overheat and the level 3 and the ignite, right? And you still like completely nuke him. It's unplayable for him. We can even argue that killing him here is worse than killing him before, because before you had a slow push and now the wave is like better for him, right? Like it's not a slow push, it's just a mid-tier wave. It's in the middle of the lane, it doesn't really like give you a lot. But yeah, I mean, good kill. I just think you gave him a bit too much space, because I think you hard win past 3. Level 1 is hard, I can agree with that. Level 2 can be a bit tricky, but level 3, I think from that point on, it's unplayable for him.
I should have all-in'd him on that timer, because as you see now, my wave is really bad.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we like talked about before, right?
Before, like, I just want to see what the wave was looking like before I queued on his wind wall. Yeah, here.
Yeah.
So I'm just running into his face.
You hit the E, you have another E.
Yeah, but like if I don't trade there, if I don't run after him and trade, like I still have like the wave slow stacking, all that stuff.
Wave is still in the vibe.
Yeah, can you just go back to before I queue? I just want to see.
I mean, I can't go far back because Twitch, you know.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to see the wave. Okay.
Yeah, like wave is perfect for a kill. Let's put it like that, right?
Yeah, because I don't have to do what I'm doing right now. I can just wait for this next wave, him wanting to contest the melees.
Yeah, I mean, you can, like, you don't have to do it, but you see graves. If you don't see graves, I would say don't do it, right? Just play for the push out, get the push out base or ward. Yeah. But you see graves, so life is good. Just step into his face. If you fight melee to melee, like that's why the matchup is so hard, right? Because if you overheat, you don't actually win melee anymore as Yasuo. I would say just kill him. He's griefing. Take the push, base, life is good. But yeah, I mean, just coming back to this one, just to like quickly touch on it, right? Like this is arguably a worse situation than the one before. Wave, like he gets so much space on the wave because he gets like he gets so much respect. I guess I could say, right? He gets so much respect. He gets to control the wave. Then the wave is like mediocre for you. He continues to trade, right? And then you still hard win. Like it's not even close. And here, I mean, just take as much as the wave as you can and just base. Like, get the cannon. If the wave is frozen, so is life. That's part of playing the Ignite when you play it how you played it, right?
I still know that Graves is pot, and I still have a pot. You see, I just popped my pot, right? So
yeah.
Big wave. I don't know what I do here. Let's see, but
I mean, I will ride still. I don't want to be power of hindsight, you know. If it's even like 20% chance or 10% chance that you can't like match him here, which I don't think you can. I think he should hit 5 relatively soon and then like actually fight you. Maybe you can. Maybe you're just powerful enough. And Graves should be topside now. I like that you played respectfully. It's just not ideal, right? You have a lot of gold from the kill, and he is actually ahead right now with it being E-based.
I mean, he ruins the freeze. Graves comes,
and he can just lock you in lane. Like what he did, even it's not good. Like he griefed the freeze when he didn't have to, right? He could just E on the first E on the melee minion. Like I never want to be at the mercy of noobs, right? E the melee minion, E the ranged minion, have Q3, and then take your flash or kill you with Graves. I mean, it's not winning in the minions, right? He will have jungle ganking.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if Graves isn't here, then I can. I mean, no, it's just a shit situation. Like,
if Graves is not here, then Graves is AFK because he came straight from bot, right? So he can only be top. You saw him before when you killed him.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, let's just say that Graves died in mid or something. You know, like he ganked mid instead and he died, or whatever. He doesn't have, like, I don't know.
And now he can lock you in lane, and you don't really get to spend your gold. And I think that's a huge issue. I mean, you have ult, so just ult the wave and, you know, call it a day.
Exactly. I think that's what I end up doing.
Q and ult the wave and get the fuck out of there. You gotta get the base. I mean, the adventures are coming. Bailed out. I think even, I mean, it's not intentional, I think, but the fact that you ult gives him comfort that he can play, you know. But you were probably not even looking minimap, thinking your team was coming. I know you. I know that that's something you wouldn't do.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, my ult is pretty awkward. Like it's like on the side. I'm hitting him.
It doesn't. Yeah,
I didn't put it on the casters. You know, I didn't.
Yeah.
So
Maybe.
I don't know if I was thinking about it.
Maybe. But you got bailed out, right? You got bailed out. Good times.
Yeah.
Good time to be alive. Now we have to crash the next wave. And do you win this game? Just like out of curiosity.
No, we lose. We lose this game.
Okay, because from this point forward, I would say like you can hard carry the game, right?
I think this game was very interesting, and you'll see. But I think we need to speed up because this is taking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to watch all the game. I just want to watch like where I feel the game is no longer like in your control. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, what I wanted to mainly watch was just how we didn't like. How this game was so difficult to close out, basically.
Yeah.
Partially, like.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do from here?
Or at least you don't have to write it all down because I obviously have it in the VOD as well.
Yeah, but you don't watch the VODs. Let's not get twisted.
No, I would.
You don't watch. No, we do this. We do it my way. You're in my you're in my house. I'm asking
what
do you want to do from here? You're 2-0, you have 2,000 gold in the bank because you didn't get the base.
Oh, you're asking me about what we do here. Sorry, I thought you meant
what do you want to do? Not what you do, what you do.
Yeah, okay. What do I want to do here?
Yeah.
I want to buy my items. I want to come back into lane. I want to try to see if I can prevent the next crash, and I want to do the exact same thing over again. I wanted to deny him CS. I wanted to punish him on every CS. Maybe I look to ult Azir mid after I have crashed top, because obviously I'm going to slow push into the Yasuo. Well, I mean, that's what I think at least.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to see you. Yeah.
Poke him under tower as well. Maybe if I get him chunked during the wave push, then I can maybe keep pushing him, like poking him under tower, maybe kill him, stuff like this.
I would say make sure conditions are good for Herald. Get Herald top as well for full tower. I would
Yeah, for sure.
say make sure that you are obviously like you keep accelerating, right? We don't want the curve to be in your favor, because if you die, right, then life not good. Minimal risk. If you
Yeah,
die, the curve does not look the same. So that's what I would say
for
initially.
sure. But that's
Let's
also
speed it
why I
up a bit.
mentioned all the warding, right?
Yeah. Okay, you didn't. You get Ninja Tabby. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Not at all. I think that's completely grief. Pen boots, and I think you should farm his ass. Why do you get Tabby? Just like for Graves,
Uh,
Yasu,
I remember,
Vayne
yeah,
useless.
Graves, Yasuo, lane. It's easier for me to 2v1. I can dive easier
Do you
as well.
think it's even easier to 2v1? Because I would argue that it's not.
Well, that's my logic, at least in the game. I'm not sure
Okay.
if it is easier. I haven't done like the math on like how
I
much damage
mean, we
reduction
don't
it
need
is.
to do the math, but it's just like if you're winning this hard, which you are, right? I would want like aggressive stats, right? I would want something that can like curb stomp this fucker. I don't want him to play the
Yeah,
game again. And if you're
but that,
losing or you're playing more like the, let's say, the weak side rumble, right? Then I think it's not bad to go tappy. Let's say the rest of the map is like hard winning, then go for it. But when you're winning this hard, I would want pen boots, and I would want to not let him play video game again. It's nice what you do here. I mean, if you wanted to respond, you can.
yeah, I mean, I think that like usually defensive itemization is good if you're already winning because then you can never die, right? That's kind of like the old league logic, right? Like
Hmm.
why are you building full glass cannon when you can just go a little bit defensive and then just still win the game, you know? That was my logic. Like I can't die to Graves Yasuo, I can play more aggressive. I'm already overkilling him in my head, so yeah, I mean that was the logic.
Okay. I mean, I would say Magic Pen Boots, Dark Seal, and Amp Tone. That's what I would say, because you are gonna kill him from now on until the rest of the game. So just let's stack it up, you know. And nice that you don't make a heavy trade on the slow stack, Coach Brain. Don't
Yeah, I mean,
one shot the wave.
want to keep it here, right?
Yeah, nice. This was good. He's got it in him.
Did you see my
What the
Q
fuck?
there? I
What
remember
the fuck?
this.
Why
Yeah.
Cannon doesn't get killed? Yeah,
I
I
don't
was
know. It's so
wondering.
weird.
Hello. Okay. I would keep one more minion because this is
Yeah.
gonna slow push.
It was like that melee was not supposed to be in the tower range. That was what ended up fucking it up.
Yeah, I mean it's because you walk right and it follows you. But
Yeah, exactly. I walked in like the curve of my walk was wrong.
mm, but yeah, I mean don't let him play. Like don't let him play for sure. He even queued you and not the minions, right? So yeah, go kill him. Go fucking kill him. I mean he's just griefing, right? It's good that you punish, not give him more space than needed.
I think the problem here was my like my heat was very low going into the freeze.
Hmm.
So I was a bit unsat. Like you can see, I'm only I'm on 40 heat when I cast my first E there,
Hmm.
which obviously is a bit low.
Yeah.
But yeah, it ends up working out.
I would like to see you look a bit on what's happening on Herald, right? Like you kill him
Yeah,
here, but now you see Kha'Zix and Grace as here. They're butting heads, and you're just kind of AFKing. Because if you walk here, I think game GG. They have to walk out like this, or I mean that's what they are doing, right? If you're ready to respond with
yeah.
ult.
I mean, I don't see it at all.
Yeah, I mean that is something. That's one of your limitations, you know. We have to deal with that. That's part of
I
being
lose
old.
cannon. I remember I was really annoyed. Like I fucked up the plague by not moving, and then I lost cannon because
Yeah, you're
it's
indecisive, right?
exactly
You're not getting either. You're not getting the play and you're not getting the wave.
exactly like
Just
it was
stick
so
to one.
stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I watched a lot of your games, I know. But what would you say? How would you improve that? You know, you're a coach.
I mean, I would look to see what was actually happening on Herald, and then I would make the decision much faster. Like the millisecond I see them on the minimap, yeah, you're gonna see in a moment what ends up happening here. That's what
Yeah.
we call it. That's what we call a tabby diff.
No, that's
And
what we
yeah,
call like just not playing video game, you know. Wave is pushed. You have no reason to be up here. Herald is free. I mean, you're just griefing, you know. You don't use your
yeah,
ward before going. Like, if you don't think this is grief, then I think there's nothing I can do for you.
yeah. I mean, here I'm just thinking, okay, plate plus wave,
Yeah, it looks
and
free.
and,
Looks free.
and then I can walk down into the Herald. Probably. I assume that's what I'm thinking, but I don't
But
know what I'm
but
thinking.
you have the coach brain as well, so you have the coach brain as well, so you know that I'm gonna say don't do two plays at once, right? And stick to what we agreed on. I mean, we didn't agree on it before the game, but you know, like we got something. Yeah, I mean, what is there to say, right? It's just okay. Let's go to the next stage of the game because you don't end up dying, so life is still good. You're still ahead, right? You're still mega far ahead of the curve. Look, you're smiling. I mean, you can't see it. I will move my cam. I'll move it up here so you can see Vandett0.
I'm probably saying like I'm so fucking bad. Like what the fuck did I just do? Something like
No. I think you said like, oh my god, I'm the
that.
goat. I'm the goat.
No,
Guys, I'm
listen.
the
Let's go back.
best.
Go back.
All right,
Okay.
sure. Let's hear it.
Let's hear. Let's hear it.
I mean, you can't hear it, but
Okay.
I will say what you say.
Just be truthful. Yeah.
Agenten virker. Top in a broken. Du kan sikkert bare blive der. Hvad fanden var den dårlige, der siger?
Hvis der bliver snakket meget mere i dag, så kan det godt være, at jeg bliver tiltet. Jesus Christ, vi skal i private. Det er helt sikkert, Tobias.
Nej, Jones fik. Jeg har det.
Okay, you said if too many people are talking, like we have to go private chat something. You didn't talk about the game. Okay, but basically, where do we go from here? How to win game? Same
Yeah,
thing,
I mean,
same things, but
exactly the same.
this time no Herald. So what is the difference?
This time no Herald. What do you mean?
I mean, this time we got the Herald, right? Kha'Zix already took the Herald. What do you want to do?
Ah,
What do you want to do?
I mean, I want to keep bullying Yasuo. I want to fight him on every CS. I want to ward deep in the jungle to get some information from my team. Trinket ward on Krugs. Pink ward in Pixel. Or pink ward in the brush on the other side of the red. And then I want to go back top, do the exact same thing again, like push in. Then when
Yeah.
the wave crashes, I just drag it so that slow pushing into me. He will lose 3 melees. I will poke him if he walks up, rinse and repeat until I can dive, or until Kha'Zix comes up and we dive and we take the full turret or something, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I would use this timer you have here to talk to Kha'Zix about like setting up Herald play, right? Say I'm fucking Thanos right now, play around me, game GG, stuff like that, right? Give them confidence. But yeah, it's just rinse and repeat, right? Rinse and repeat. This time, don't fucking step up to tower like a madman, and yeah, take over the game. And
They swap here.
it doesn't change, right? It doesn't change. Asir arguably even easier because there's literally no counterplay for him. If you hit him with QE, he's just fucking dead. So I would say here, like, play more disrespectfully.
I mean, I should walk in the bush,
Right.
and I should step up and contest the cannon for sure.
Definitely, I agree. Like, step in third bush, second
Yeah.
bush. Third bush probably better. And when cannon low, go fight them. Don't give
Sure.
cannon. Okay, so I mean, I will just note it quickly. You're playing like a pussy. You agree? I think you agree. You don't have to say
Yeah.
anything, right?
I mean,
Like
I
he's
think-
just farming. He's just vibing a bit. You're just.
I'm trying to remember what I'm thinking. Like, I think I was thinking like, how strong is this Asir? Like, I'm not really sure right now. Like how. I think I'm thinking like, do
Okay.
I win? Like, do I win?
Yeah, I mean, I think you win. I think it's unlosable. But I mean, I think what you're thinking is probably like, how do I cook some good content? You know, maybe. I'm not sure. And then you're just outpiling a bit.
I'm just last sitting. I'm letting him play. I'm thinking like, what am I doing? Like, obviously I should go in the second brush and third brush as we talked about. But yeah, for some reason I'm.
And here,
Yes.
no freeze. I think freeze good. Just
Yeah.
don't let them play video game. Yeah, I would say just freeze it. You know, it's gonna slow push because all the minions are so low, but just keep it on your side of the lane and don't let them play. Like, he's just out-swinging for free. He's absolutely vibing. And now you realize he can't play the game, right? You're
Yeah,
like, what the fuck is going on? Which is good, but I would like you to think about this while you're walking back to lane. And no matter who comes, it could be God and his army. You would probably win this. You're 3-0 and Rumble. So, and you have ignites. Like, don't let him play this game. So yeah, you realize it, but it's quite late. He already got like 2 waves for free. He also got these minions. I mean, now he loses 3 because you actually like contest him. But same thing, I would just hold the wave. No reason to do this. He won't base, right? I think just hold the freeze and do what you did. Because you can still hear your Q, right? quickly. Here, Q, good. Don't turn around, I would say. I mean, this is like, you have to think about this beforehand, right? But don't turn around, just let the wave be. Take these two, go, like, hold it a bit with W, and then go clear the vision after. Because you have W, right? So you don't, your W and 2 putts, no reason not to just freeze it. And I mean, here, good pink, but I would go one step further and go into the try as well. Maybe there's a pink, maybe not, but full vision, so he can play the game. Oh, what the fuck? Oh yeah, you also said what the fuck. You didn't. That wasn't that was weird. There's a TikTok for you right there.
I had no ping. Like my ping is good. Everything's good.
I mean, same thing. I think don't let him play the game, right? It's same concept, just different situation. We ended up getting there.
Now he has no E.
He has no E. He's completely fucked. No ult. Now you just push the next wave and take plates and maybe even proxy the wave. Just dive him, honestly, guys. Just go dive. I will do this again. Yeah, this is what I would say. You have ignite, ult. If you overheat, I think he is completely one shot, regardless of the ninja tappy. So I mean, I like that you look for the E. I don't like that you use W though here. I would say just let your heat go down and then one shot it because you overheat before the dive.
I mean, I'm just queuing for 0 here, right?
Yeah. I mean, you overheat before the dive, but you're maybe just not even thinking about the dive. You're just thinking about the wave.
Yeah. I mean, my positioning is bad as well. I should just stay in the spot where I threw the E and then just stand there.
And this wave, I want to see him die. He has to die. No ult.
6 is coming now as well.
Just fucking one shot the wave and kill him or take plates. You have the herald as well. If I'm not, no, maybe you don't have the herald. But regardless, just proxy. No one is allowed to enter mid lane or top lane anymore. No one can.
I'm just gonna get 2 plates and then I'm gonna base because I have big buy, right?
I mean, I think it's not the end of the like it's not the like a bad call, right? But I think no one can come here. Just one shot this wave and step between the towers. If Graves comes, he will die. You will one shot him. If Asir comes, he will die. I mean, just step between towers so he can't walk in to lane. Looks like you will not do that, so he will just walk into lane. I mean, it's good that you take plates, for sure. I would much rather see you do this, what you do here. Good. You just go. You see everyone. You see Graves. Graves just died, right? You see Yasuo. You see Rel. Vayne just died. So it's 1v1. If he shows up here, I think he will die. That's my personal, professional,
it's correct.
Usually accurate opinion. Yeah, okay. I mean, you got the plate after 14, so I guess that's why you did it, maybe. But
yeah, that's probably why I'm rushing it because it's
I would assume.
That makes sense.
I would assume. But
that
yeah,
does make sense.
Okay, Asir even like went bot, so they're basically just giving you their children. You know, they're giving you their firstborn. Yeah, I mean, he can't not do this. I would say this you cannot do. I mean, you really played this horribly, but this is not like he can't do this, right?
I mean, it was a nice E flash, but
it was.
I don't ignite because I don't think I need, you know.
I mean, I always say like, you know, just make sure you get it, you know.
Of course. I mean,
just
I know
make
that's
sure.
true, but I'm just surprised. Like, I'm Tabby's. I'm so strong.
I mean, you also are 3k gold, you know, but regardless, you have 3 levels on him, you have Ignite. There is no world where he wins this unless you choose to int it, right? Like, you missed the E, you got flash ulted. Like,
I mean,
let's not get twisted.
Thing, like, I missed the E and I greed my Ignites.
Yeah. And
that's
never greed. I mean, I don't want to add much. Like, I don't want to say, hey, you played played bad, right? Like, that doesn't really add much. I would just say.
Yeah, I know. Always secure the kills. Like, don't ever risk your shutdown. Like, in the skill, like, just make sure you kill.
No risks. I mean, that should be something you are good at, right? Like your coach, you would know the risk versus reward concepts.
Well, I think that, like, for example, a lot of games recently, I've been trying to save my Ignite because I'm overkilling people anyways, right? But it's about recognizing the right situation. Because if I get good and I can like keep my Ignite, then I can get another solo kill super easily, right?
Yeah, but I think in this point, right? Like, this is probably the only point where you actually can lose, because if you choose your base, I mean, let's not spend too much time on it. It's useless. But Like you have 3k, you're not really far ahead yet. You're only far ahead when you take your base, right?
Yeah, he has
So-
item. I don't as well.
Yeah, I mean he has fucking item as well, yeah. So, I mean the fact that you're 3 levels up should mean that you still win. But regardless,
Yeah. But you see that I'm not happy about the situation.
I mean of course, but that doesn't matter, you know. You're old. It's okay that you don't play good. But then if you don't play good,
Tragedy.
at least you know have the brain, you know. You know what I mean? Okay, so what do we do from here? Game complete GG. You lost a bit your lead. You're not so far ahead of the curve anymore. You're still ahead, but you're not extremely far ahead.
I mean, I didn't lose any gold. I just gave gold to him, so I'm still ahead of the curve a lot.
Yeah. I mean, you did lose gold, right? Like let's not get it twisted. If you die, you lose gold. Like he will push and you lose the wave, right? You lost this full wave of cannon, so you did lose. Let's not get twisted. But 15.
Yeah.
How to make Nexus explode. So yeah. Anyways, let's not get it twisted. If you die, you always lose something. Either you lose time on the wave or you lose
I know.
something,
I know.
right? You always do that. So no delusional takes here. How do you play from here? 15 game is a bit different. You got your item, you got stopwatch, you're huge. Top tower is dead. How do you play?
I would like to push top deep.
Mhm.
I mean, there's Herald in 1 minute, so. But I would like to push top deep. I would like to. I don't know how. No, I just used my flash, right? So I don't
Yeah.
have flash, but I do
No
have stopwatch.
subs.
Potentially, we can dive mid. Potentially, we can dive 2-2s after we take the Herald. It kind of depends on what ends up happening, right? If I push top deep and enemy chunked in mid, I'll probably go mid and try to ult. If nothing really happening there, then I will just walk to the Herald. Maybe I'll place a deep trinket ward or something.
Okay, I think that's a good plan.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very simple. Push top deep,
Yeah.
and then choices.
But it doesn't have to be reinventing light, right? It can just be a simple plan of pushing top deep, looking to make plays on the map, and make sure we secure Herald. If you do that, I think we should be vibing.
How long for the Drake? Okay, so 1 minute.
One
for the
minute.
Drake.
So
Yeah, so it should probably be a quick Herald take into Drake.
yeah, I agree. Okay, why do you not slow push this wave? This one here. What's the reason?
I need to push the next one deep, and then I want to go to the Herald,
Mhm.
or to the Dragon, right?
Yeah, so you need at least one more top wave, right?
Yes.
Which means slow pushing is good. Because if you don't slow push, you have to take the next wave up here instead of here.
I mean, that depends on how fast I push this, right? We'll
You will push it fast. You're very strong right now, right?
Yeah, but my Q is running out. Like, I don't know what I do here. But obviously, if I push it slower, I will have to last hit it closer to me. Like,
Mhm.
so yeah, I'm fast pushing this. Let's see what I do. But yeah, I should be slow pushing it so I don't have to put myself in danger. But it seems I do not care.
It seems I do not care, indeed, yes. And what do? Do you drop the wave? No, you don't. It seems I do not care. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will not write why you should do it because you do know that, so let's skip that part.
Yeah.
I will just say for the chat the reason why he should slow push is because by doing that he's safer, he denies more from enemy, and yeah, there's only upsides to slow pushing it, and he doesn't have to be on the Herald before the next wave is gone regardless. If the Herald was spawning in 10 seconds, then he should harsh off, but it's more than 40 seconds. Okay, let's keep going. We one-shot the wave, get the Herald, and then transition into the Dragon. Okay, they took the Dragon, that's unfortunate. Preferably we take Dragon over the Herald, right? It's better.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I
so
end
is
up
life.
talking. I end up talking with my duo about it. Like, it's really cringe that they get like we trade.
Yeah, it should never be a trade.
They also get a bounty. Like,
Yeah, it should be.
we have Herald
walk-
control, so
Yeah, sorry,
we should
go on.
just walk. No, yeah, we have the Herald control. We can just walk into the Drake.
Yeah.
Instead of Herald, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
after the Drake, we go to the Herald, or we base and then Herald. Like,
Just
No reason for us to trade.
Briefly for the chat, so you are aware. Like if you're ahead like this, you just walk into mid. Wherever they walk, you follow, because if they fight, they lose. So you take their objective, or you take you make sure there's not a trade, and then after the drag is secured, you take one more mid wave or one more top wave or whatever, and then you take the next objective, because you obviously don't want to trade when you're so far ahead. So what did you end up doing? I mean, first you thought about the Drake, right? But Drake is gone. The moment Drake is gone, I would say go top again, right? Push it deep and give yourself a timer to go mid and dive, because you end up walking mid, but for what, right? What is your point of being mid?
I don't know what I'm thinking.
You're just giving up wave.
Well, I'm just wasting time.
You maybe even lose cannon. Like you lose cannon because of this. You lose full cannon wave almost, and that's obviously not ideal at all. Okay, let's keep going.
So I get the deep timer, and then our Katarina dies again. She died a couple times, it seems.
I mean, here, who do we see? We see 4 people, or 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 people, and who's missing? It's the Asir, right? I mean, here, just don't base and go for tier 2. If Asir is here, go kill him. If Asir is not here, take tier 2. Asir does appear on the top lane, but I mean, you move here, but what do you move for, right? Like, you're very late.
Logic here was I felt like this was going to be an extended fight. I could like sense it.
Okay.
So I went for it.
You could like manipulate and tell
No,
them
but
to
I see they win the fight, right? And I'm recalling your fog, and I know they want the tier 1, so I'm thinking, okay, if they stay for tier 1, I can get something good here.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I see your points, but I think in solo queue you should always aim to be greedy. Like, greedy in the sense that you're the one getting the gold, not greedy in the sense that you're gonna int. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I have bad experiences with that. Like, if I'm not spreading my lead, and like if I'm not over grouping, then my team is usually like people are dying, and it's really awkward. So I've been trying to do these types of plays more often, instead of like trying, like, if I go top and I use stopwatch, ult, ignite, and I get the solo kill and get maybe half of the tier 2, because I mean I only have 1 wave, right?
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, I got an Azir, I got the waves, and I maybe like this and that, right? But then I don't have ult for the next 2 minutes. I don't have ignite for like next fight. Maybe I don't finish my Zanyas. Like, it depends on how much gold I get, obviously, right after the solo kill. But it's just I try to prioritize grouping.
Yeah, I mean that's
experience.
fair. That's fair. I think that's reasonable, you know. But I think it's maybe just more like a past trauma kind of thing, right? Like, it didn't work out one time, and now it's just stuck in your head.
No, I wouldn't say. I mean, partially yes, but it was more than once. Like, I was like saying, okay, I mean, I'm losing these games where I'm playing very much for myself. I'm winning these games where I'm like sometimes like sacking waves and like trying to surprise the enemy team by roaming, you know, because people are not looking at the map as well.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Bot side here, you see bot side here, like they're not thinking about the fact that I just recalled in fog top side. Like, they're just running in. So those are the things that I'm getting some good plays off of abusing, right? Now, obviously they end up getting out, most of them, so
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I see your point, right? Like, it can also just be a preference thing. Maybe you prefer to be in the team fights more than being on the split. And I also do think, you know, with the champ you have, it's better to be in the fights, but it has to be the right fights. Like, for example, this fight, like, what is the point of this fight? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, my point here was, as I said, I was thinking they would chase, and we could surprise them with a little rumble action.
Yeah, but I don't like that thought process, because it's relying on them just running it down, right? Whereas, like, let's say the dragon or the baron or whatever, right? That is a fight they have to choose, or that is a fight where either they come and they fight, or they give and we get.
It's more
right?
expected. I know.
Exactly. Like,
You also have to remember this is a bit lower elo. Like, this is
yeah, I mean, I hear you, but like, your thought process is also like not there, I would say, right? That's just my opinion. You can disagree, but I think your thought process is just flawed with the way that I think you should play solo queue. And the way that I have gotten challenger multiple times is just by being either greedy or abusing noobs, you know?
Yeah.
As jungle goes.
I mean, maybe it has something to do with the way that I'm like getting myself ahead because I have a lot of games where I'm like 5-0 in laning phase, but then the map completely falls apart, and then it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I should have roamed because then I could have maybe gotten a good ult, stuff like this, you know?
I mean, I hear you, you know, but it's also maybe if you're 5-0, like the carry potential is all in your hands, right? Like if you're really far ahead, like you have to stay ahead. You have to make sure that the fights you take are right. If you die, it's fucking bad for the game. So looking back,
Yeah,
looking
but
back at
I'm
like,
I'm
yeah,
very good at dying.
I know you're
So,
good at dying, but then let's minimize that, you know. Let's
yeah, yeah.
realize, hey, why are you dying? How to stop the deaths from happening as frequently, and yeah, be better,
I
right?
think that's probably why this strategy that you're referring to right now, where I'm playing more selfishly, is not going as well because
Yeah,
I'm dying too much.
yeah. I mean, we can just look at like your OPGG. I'm not saying. I mean, I haven't looked at it for quite some time, and this is a new account as well.
I haven't played on it for a while because my duo was out of town.
Okay. I mean, 4 point deaths average. That is quite a
Yeah.
lot, but I mean 6, 8. I mean yeah, I guess you played on the other account, so that's where you griefed a lot. I guess so. The 414. I thought it was on this account. Sorry, everything good. But I mean, it's a lot of deaths, and obviously, if you are aiming to carry these deaths, some of them are needed and good. Like sometimes like part of the good play is dying, right? But
For
I
sure.
know you die a lot just because of like not being aware or being impatient or just fighting like a noob.
Yeah, exactly. Being aware and yeah, that's a big thing.
What else is there?
So yeah, I mean, we get the Herald charge. We open up mid. So now that we can have deep mid prio and we can rotate into sides and get tier 2s. There's a wave bot. Obviously, I want to catch that. There's no reason not to. Map is resetting because we just put the Herald down. Now I want a deep shove bot, and then we want to start up the Baron.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Okay,
get deep
can-
vision at least.
Can
We'll see.
you just like divide it into points? So basically, every time you base, I will ask you how the Nexus will explode. I'm trying to make the session a bit different from the other ones because I don't want to repeat
Yeah.
myself. But basically, how would you
Mhm.
make the Nexus explode from here? You are 2 items at 19 minutes. You have lost a lot of CS because of not being on the right waves at the right time, and obviously your laning was like some CS was lost. So that's alright. That's alright. But what do you want to do from here? How do we end the game? You're still ahead. What do you do?
Well, I mean, obviously, I want my team to give me a little bit of a hover when
Yeah.
I'm deep pushing into tier 2.
You won't.
But
You
yeah,
won't get
basically,
that.
I want
You
to.
won't get that.
No, I know. But I'm dual with the AD carry, right? So
Mhm.
I can ask for the hover.
Okay.
So
You
I
have a
want
lit.
my
Yeah.
my
Yeah. Go on.
so I
go on.
want the hover when I deep push on bot, and then I want to move with the team into top side jungle. We want to put some deep vision or start the Baron, look for picks. We have Rakan, we have Varus, very good pick potential, and then yeah, that's basically how we should do it.
Deep shove bots. Give huge timer for roam. Get pick on enemy.
Another thing we could do is also we could play mid
Great,
bot
great
and then
pick,
just not do
pick.
Baron because maybe we just want to dive them on
No,
tier
no,
2
no, no,
bot.
no.
But
That's too
on
hard in solo
paper,
queue.
yeah, on paper it's best to Baron because we have the massive leads. We have Kha'Zix, which is wonderful at taking Baron. We have Varus.
Yeah, that's too hard to do in solo queue. Like you just make it easy. Just play around the objective that everyone knows, and everyone knows Baron and Dragon and Herald. You know they all know that. So just do that. But I agree with you. You know you could just say, fuck the Baron for a while, play for tier 2, and then after tier 2 play for Baron. But like that's not happening in EU West Diamond 4.
So here right now, like this is one of those things where it's like, oh,
You can't do anything.
What
You're
if yeah, but right here I was thinking, I mean maybe I was thinking it, I don't know. But
I can
it's
see
like,
it by the way you play.
why? What if I just ignored that wave on bot and I just there right now? We just ace them. We take Baron, right? Sometimes skipping wave on bot or like skipping the side lane can be good, but I just don't like doing it because it's so unreliable. Because what if I go there, then I lose 20 CS, you know? And like if there's no fight, then I just lose 20 CS.
I mean, this
So
is, yeah, I mean, to add to that point, like, this is hella grief, right? Like, you cannot predict that there's gonna be a fight here. This fight is completely random. You can't predict it. Don't act like you can predict it, right? If you just enter through mid, as you said, there will be 20
Yeah.
CS lost, maybe even more, because the wave is slow pushing to them, right? So,
yeah, I know.
I like what you did. I agree with what you did. If he dies, he dies. Such is life. So, what you do here, I don't like though, because now the fight is happening and your brain basically, I have to do this. Don't worry, chat.
I don't no don't I don't want to if it's a meme.
Chat, you will like it. You will like it. Trust me. What do you mean? You're a content creator. You love
Yeah,
them memes.
but we don't have time. That's
Yeah,
what that's
I mean, of
like.
course we have time. You have nothing but time. You're a content creator. Where do you have to be? No, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm cooking. I'm cooking. I'm cooking. I'm cooking. What do you think, guys? This is the bot. This is the bot tier 2. It's calling for Vandett0. It's telling him, please pick me up. I will love you to just like take 1,000 gold out of my pockets. Just pickpocket me like a fucking bitch. And this is the Graves that's fighting right now. Oh, it's looking juicy. You know, that's Vandett0 right now. Basically, what I'm getting at is don't get distracted by the butterfly. Vandett0 is getting distracted by the butterfly. The fight is happening. He's all the way down in Nanya right now. And he's collecting waves. And in his mind, he's basically thinking, what if I move here? Potentially, I could make it. But he realizes, wait, it's a waste of time. But he has to realize it beforehand. He's already down here. Go bot and push the wave. I have a great analogy for this. You want to hear it, Vandett0? It's content.
No.
It's content. It's content. Basically, the analogy is you're building a house right now while pushing this wave. If you leave the wave right now, you leave the house unfinished. You leave it half built. You cannot do that. You need to finish building the house. So go back to bot and push that fucking wave. Okay, that's it. That's the analogy and that's the meme. I hope you enjoyed it. So we don't get the deep push and you're scared of the Yasuo who's fucking useless. He's 1-7, has wits end. Fuck this guy. Go kill him. Do you want to respond?
No. I've been scared of this Yasuo the entire game.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, you can also just say I agree or I disagree. But basically, I want to see you push your lead, and you're not doing that. And if you're not pushing your lead, that probably explains why you are not like Grandmaster Challenger yet, right?
But in my opinion, me wasting ignites, Sonya, stuff like this for the Yasuo kill who's 1-7 and like I will be off tempo. Like for me, I would just rather have my Sonyas. It's 2 minutes cooldown. I want a group.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I could have walked into him. I could have killed him. I could have pushed out bots, and then yeah, that would have been good.
Just going back to that point. Like I don't want you to do it if it's for fun, right? Like if you kill him here, let's say he goes back to bot, you're pushing already. Then it's a big kill. Let's say you use your Sonyas, you use your Ignite. First of all, you're gonna kill him. That's 300 gold. Maybe he's worth a little bit less now. You also get the wave. That's 150 gold, the next one. And you also get the tower, because 2 people are dead. They will be dead for the next wave for sure. 2 people are up here, so no one can contest. So that's about 1.3k, roughly. I'm not gonna, like.
I will kill the tower in time, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Perhaps you will not, but it's possible, right?
But it is true what you're saying.
Someone will have to respond as well, which means you're not gonna be off tempo. Just to respond to the tempo part, right? Like you're not gonna be off tempo because someone will have to respond. While they respond, you're in base, and then you're out on the map. Instead of this, like you don't really get any pressure, and you just get to play like a little bitch. I think voice staff is not too shabby here as well. I think Shadow Flame Fits. It's like not the best. There's a crown as well. Crown with sense. Yeah, it's not the worst. Okay, here for Baron. All right. I mean, you're also very late for the Baron here, right? But it's good that you do it. I think fair point.
I mean, bot is not pushed in, right? So they get a gold injection on Yasuo, but it's fine. Should be fine.
Yeah, I mean they get the gold because of like the former point, right? Which
Yes,
was
exactly.
You don't get to push out because you're scared of him. But yeah, so is life. They get a bit of gold. How do you play from here. So now we get the base off, and we have to make a new plan.
I mean, it depends on what my team wants to do, right? Usually, I would play mid bot, and I would get deep vision in the bot side jungle. Obviously, after one mid wave, I would get hover from my mid section so that I can push deep, because they will potentially collapse into me and try to pick me off. That's kind of the only play that they have. I want hover and I want vision in the bot side jungle, and I want to push out bot, and I want to start sieging or look for a pick in the jungle, obviously.
What do you think about this? First wave defensive mid control. Second wave we play for mid bot and control enemy bot side jungle, and then from there on, right, we play for double inhib.
I think it's hard for me to tell because I couldn't see the map, but I think we can already play for. I think we can already play for bot control after one wave, because this mid wave is going to crash evenly. So I don't think we need two waves. I don't think we can just do...
No, that's what I'm saying. Like the first wave you get defensive mid control, which is the one you got, right? And then the second wave you take full control enemy jungle.
Yeah.
But what do you think about what you're doing here? So your bot wave is bad?
Yeah, so if we just go back, right? I mean, actually, don't go back. Like, we just see enemy team trying to steal our red. And I'm like, okay, I mean, obviously, we were going to try to chase these guys. If we kill two, that's really good. Then we end up chasing... our Kha'Zix jumps out here, which was absolutely insane.
Yeah, he should jump in, but yeah, regardless.
But yeah, the point is we're just running them down, right? Because we have the Baron. And now we don't have bot wave, so now we have to play without that.
But do you like that? Like... this like whole idea of like we have to brute force on mid because we have nowhere to go. I will answer for you because I know the answer is no, right? Like just let them do whatever the fuck they want to do. I think this is good. This first move you do here is good. Now stop. Go back into bot. Make sure you play for the wave.
Yeah, for sure.
First move into jungle, good.
Yeah, obviously my logic as Rumble is just that if I am in range to ulti and slow them, then it's very good, right? So I want to keep the chase. But I misjudged how fast they were to get away, and I misjudged like how much they were actually overstaying. I thought they were much closer, and then I end up wasting a shit ton of time, which was really bad. Because now, I mean, we're not gonna close out this game. Even if, like, they can just give the mid inhib. We have nothing else to do. We're completely off tempo on the sides, so they can just give the mid inhib, and then they can just farm, and then we can't really do anything else.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like they will just vibe a bit with the mid inhib, just take some free gold because there's nowhere to go to. They decide to fight. They make a good wombo combo. Kudos to them. But the only reason why they can wombo combo and do this is because we have nowhere to go to, so we have to brute force, right? We have to brute force it.
I don't think that's quite true. I think they get to wombo combo because my team is completely cancer griefing it here.
I mean, yeah, you can say like they're inting and playing it bad, but also like what you're doing is a bit boosted, right? Like you're not bot pushing the wave, so yeah, they get the wombo combo.
We should be able to walk into bot here potentially after the mid wave has been poking the tower a little bit with the cannon, right?
Yeah, and I wouldn't say hello when this is your fault. You know, like it's your mistake that your team gets caught by the very obvious Azir ult. That's basically like if you can't touch that, then you're boosted, right? But I would say it's your fault that there's nowhere to run to. If this bot wave is not your responsibility, then I don't know whose it is. So. You know, I would say this is something you should really think about.
I don't know if Kata has TP, but obviously the person who has TP has the responsibility of the bot wave, or the person who's the strongest.
Yeah, or the person who's first out of base, right? But you're both. You're both first. But regardless, I would always say it's gonna be your responsibility because you're the one that has the most knowledge out of you two, and if you don't use that knowledge, then you're no better than any of the other players, you know what I mean? I would argue you're even worse because your mechanics are F tier.
My mechanics are fine.
Okay, so D tier. Your brain is A to S tier, but your mechanics are D tier. So if you don't use the brain, you're no better than these buffoons.
What would you say your mechanics are?
My mechanics. I mean, I haven't played the game for like 3 months.
Yeah,
but
but let's just 3
if
months
you're
ago. What was
if
the
you're
mechanic?
D, then I'm probably A.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll see you on
that's what I
Friday.
would say. What is it? 5-1 now for me. I believe it's 5-1 or 4-1, and I'm. Yeah,
I'll see you on Friday, little bro.
there's always next Friday. Okay, I think game's still winnable, right? Of course.
Yeah, I mean we get
This
we
Varus
get
is
mid.
complete fed. This build is not balanced. What's... Wait, you win this game, no? You end up
Nope.
losing it? I mean, again, like, it's just like running it down mid, you know? Like, this is never good. Just run it down mid and hope they int. Because
I mean, my
both
team
side
is
waves...
perma fighting, right? Like
I mean, for
wish
sure,
all
for
these
sure.
to join.
For sure,
And we
for
have
sure.
Baron. We're all basically ending the game. Okay, enemy team spawns.
But I'm saying... they just choose to do this, right? Like, they just choose to fight. We're just running it down mid while both sides are completely fucked. It's not ideal, you know? It's
Oh, of
definitely
course.
not ideal.
But this, you can see this game, like what is happening?
Okay.
Like, the problem is also
But
that
you're
we're-
losing so much CS all the time, right? Like, I think one of the points that that you are like griefing the most is your CS, like, because you're never where you're supposed to be, like 6.7 CS per average. That's horrible. That's
So try
that's absolute dog
try,
shit.
try go on LOL Pros. Can you just try and go on LOL Pros quickly? Because I was looking at. Could you just go Lundorf? No, not me. Lundorf. Like, because I think it's a very common thing for players like playing Rumble to have like a lower CS overall.
7.6. It's
What
still
did I have?
6.7.
Yeah, so it's obviously one CS per minute lower, but it's like Rumble is usually not a side lane champ, right? He's overgrouping a lot. Like, you also see at Worlds, like enemy top laner Yone, enemy top laner at Aatrox, he'll have like 300 CS and he'll have 240, 200 and stuff like this, you know.
Eight. I mean, it's very low sample size, but
Yeah, and 15 wins.
yeah, it's very, very low sample size, so I will not count it. I mean, he has a Korean account, but I don't remember the name right off the
Yeah.
top of my head.
But my point is just that Rumble is not a side lane champ. He's not a Yone. He's not an like.
It doesn't have to
is-
be. It doesn't have to be a side lane champ to collect the right waves, right? Like, we looked
No,
at
of
your game
course.
so far, and there's been at least 6 waves that you've dropped just because, like, why not? You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's just not because you have to drop them, you just choose to drop them, especially if you're ahead. Like, I can see your point if the game is like more even or slightly behind, you know. But if you're ahead, you have the control over the game rights, you control the sides most likely, so you can push out and then move. And you're doing it a lot. I've watched a lot of your games, like, here and there, right? And I see you drop so many waves and so many cannons just because you're like, okay, a fight is happening, let me go fight. Not thinking about, like, wait, what is the state of the game? What is my role, you know? So yeah. It's definitely not a silent champ. I can fully align and agree with you there, but regardless, it's not a support. And you have your support number, like, you have CS numbers like your support, honestly.
That's a bit of an overreaction.
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta make the content, you know. You have the thumbnail there. LEC coach tells me I'm support CS numbers. I have support CS numbers. On Rumble. The whole cook. The whole cook. Okay.
So what happens? Oh yeah, this is where we lose the game.
Wait 1 second. So you base, you just use your ignites. Let's go again. Let's go again.
Yeah, as I said, right? I use my cooldowns on side lane to kill the Yasuo.
Yeah.
So now I don't have my cooldowns for the important stuff.
Yeah. I mean, yes and no. Like, you can also just not fight on repeat, right?
But I mean, that's kind of solo queue, right? I mean, I don't have control of like
Definitely.
you see this game.
Definitely. But you're also part of it, right? It's not like you're actively like trying to do good macro or something.
No, of course, I'm just following my team, right? Like they're playing aggressively, and their enemy team is
But-
handshaking, so I'm trying to match that energy, you know, like. In the
I
game.
mean, for sure, like I see you, but who should be following who? I mean, the former LEC coach that should have like some sort of knowledge about macro, or the D4 animals that escaped the shelter.
But yeah, but I mean, they don't know who I am. They don't like.
But
if
they
we were
don't
in
have to know.
Discord-
They don't have to know. Like, you're not getting my point. Like, you should use your brain to basically like control the game
Hidon,
at some
Hidon,
point.
I have lost so many games being on side lane.
You're part of
my
them now.
team gets
No,
aced.
that's not true. I watched a lot of your games and you're never on side lane. So let's stop
No,
this
because
cope.
because I stopped. Yeah, because I stopped.
Okay, but I watched your game like since the start. Like since you started this
Didn't watch
challenger
all my
journey.
games.
No, but I
Didn't watch
watched a
them.
lot of them. I watched a lot of them here and there, and I noticed a lot of like giving up waves
Trust
you don't
me.
have to give.
Trust me, I genuinely was a
You know,
lot
I have a
on
rule.
side.
I have a rule. I
You
have to
can even-
interrupt you here. I have a rule. If someone says trust me, it's because they're delusional.
Okay,
Okay? So
don't trust me.
yeah,
You can ask
I
my
don't
duo
trust you.
as well.
your
can
duo
ask
is
my
also
duo as well.
delusional.
My duo was like, dude, you're on side lane way too much. So
That's because your duo is
no,
fucking delusional.
please, I know more about what I've been doing in my games than you do.
I'm
Like,
looking at
let's-
your
let's
games,
stop the cut.
and I think I can disagree with a very
Yes, but
with
you
a lot
would
of
be
facts
wrong.
attached
You
to
would
it.
be wrong because
Alright, sure.
I was a lot on side lane, and then I stopped.
Do you see this? The diamond duo telling the LEC coach his macro is wrong.
Okay. My friend who is.
But
is
can he
80
stop
is not
deflecting
diamond.
perma? I feel like there's some sentiment here. Like Vandett0 chat, I don't know how delusional you are, but let's agree that you're deflecting a lot of like responsibility. I don't know if you agree with that, but that's my overall like take.
I
You're
understand.
you're
Like,
deflecting a lot of responsibility on like how the map is supposed to be played, just
my
based
chat
off.
is saying, Hidon is gaslighting you. Paulson is saying it's true. You're always following your team. You're never on side.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. I'm never on side.
And
But I was on side.
no. It's not. He's not asking for coaching. This is more like content coaching. You know, I know that he will not get anywhere.
Like,
'Cause he
tell
does-
your
he
chat
chooses not
I'm.
to.
Tell your chat that I'm also a pro coach. They're like
Ah.
they're thinking that I'm one of them.
Yeah.
They literally think that we're the same.
Holy shit. He's big man ego for zero. Like everyone has watched your game, but you're the one. Yeah. I mean, if you think that's.
I mean, I'm just saying, whatever. Like I played 400 games
Yeah,
of Rumble,
yeah.
500 games of Rumble
Yeah.
last 2 months,
Yeah.
and you weren't there for those 500 games.
No, that's true. I was there for like a lot of them, but not 500.
And in the beginning, the first month, maybe the first 20 days,
Mm-hmm.
I was a lot on side, and I had better CS numbers, and I was losing a lot of games.
But I will just say this then, like.
So
Yeah.
I concluded that I should not be as much on side because
I will just say
my
this.
team would just get fucked.
I will say this last thing, and then we move on with the game, right? Yes, you are perhaps more aware of like what's happening in your game than I am. I hope you are, because you played 500 games and I maybe watched like 10 of them. But you're not getting anywhere, right? I mean, this account is boom. Let's just say this account doesn't count. But the other account, that one is not boom. And you're still like low-key hot stuck. Right? 28, 12. in new account. If that's not hard stuck, then I don't know what is.
I mean, it was a complete disaster. We were like, I think we were 19-2, and then we just got like, you can look at this game, for example. Look at this game and tell me that I don't get run down by my Rakan in 1 minute, like in 30 seconds. Just watch the game.
Also, guys, I just want to make you aware that Vandett0 he's cooking content right now. He's completely gaslighting and delusional for the stream. He's not like this, okay? Don't think he is this delusional when you just talk with him like privately. He's just actively acting delusional because it's content. Just you need to know that, okay? Because I can't live with you leaving the stream and thinking Vandett0 is actually just this delusional. He's not. And he will act like he's more delusional now. But just believe me, he's
not.
not.
To speak.
Yeah, you prefer not to speak.
If I speak, I am in big trouble.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, look, I put down the pink. I put down that ward. I don't put the pink up there because I'm worried we won't be able to protect it, even though I know it's the most important pink.
It's good, you know. The setup right now it looks solid.
Yeah.
Okay, you are on the Baron. I don't think you should be after the Q. I think you should be ready to fight. You know, you're a melee minion that can't jump walls. I mean, Rakan is completely griefing. I can definitely agree with that. Like, he's running the fuck down. Yeah, you know, that's how it is. But you had infinite opportunities this game to basically take full control of the game. Can we agree with that? Don't be delusional now, please. Because then I can't basically fight it.
Yeah, I made a shit ton of mistakes. I could have been way more fed in this game.
Yeah, so it should never have come to this, right? Like, it should never have come to Rakan being able to run it the fuck down. Because he is running it the fuck down. He's trolling as much as you possibly can, right?
I'm not going to play perfect every game. I think I played this game pretty well. I'm 5-1 and 9
I think you played this game pretty fucking bad, if I'm being honest. Like, from a scale from 1 to 10, I would say 4.
Okay, then you have very high thoughts about me.
Yeah, I do. But maybe perhaps I should lower them.
Yeah, for sure. I think I played this game, like, probably as realistically, like, maybe, like, for my level, like, for what you're going to see from an average performance from me, this is probably, like, some of the best I'm going to play.
Yeah, I mean, I made a statement that you getting Challenger is, like, there's a higher chance that we start a colony on Mars before that. So, I stand by that statement, although I believe in you. I would say if this is your standard right now, that's very boring.
I think if I play like this in a challenger game,
no, don't say it. Don't say it.
I will easily win it.
Man, you couldn't even say it without a smile on your face. That's disturbing.
This level of gameplay is for sure high enough for challenger, definitely.
Oh, I don't want to do this. Like, it's too much gaslighting. It's come to the point where it's too much. Like, I can't take it anymore. Like, you can't even stop smiling. Like, you're so fucking delusional.